Business as usual. We're back at it. We got time for maybe like 2 repentance runs here. We did, just before schooled, we did do Tainted Isaac alt path. Let's try Tainted Isaac true ending. That's the ticket. Can I tell you, it was nice to be on a stream where I didn't have to talk. Like, that was 3 hours or so that just freaking flew by, man. I mean, it was a little stressful. And I'm happy. I mean, I guess this is like, kind of sounds like being a bad sport. But I'm happy we didn't make it to the college questions, because when the one college question was like, calculate 13% interest on this principal for 4 years, I was like, it's one of those things like Daniel Kahneman talks about in the in Thinking Fast and Slow, right? I was like, I can't solve it automatically, so my brain poses me a question. And the question is, do you want to spend the energy to solve this? And I went, nah, that's okay. I'll just let this one go by. You could do it, but it's tough. Okay. I am looking forward, you know, when the host shows up, we may have to explain what the heck we're doing in this game. We'll see what that's like, but I'm just, you know, we're gonna keep the product on screen pretty similar. It was simple interest, not compound interest. Oh, well, I would then. Thank God, I was. That would have been disastrous. That would have been. I mean, this is the kind of question you get with a calculator. But how? Yeah, it's got to be compound interest. Like, how do you get what financial institution on planet Earth offers simple interest on your principal? Doesn't make any sense. Hold me, chat. I think I already have. I have like 10-minute follower mode or something like that. So if the raid comes in, you might get a few minutes of the normal chat dynamic, and then after that, it might get a little spicy. But it is what it is. I had a great time. I had a wonderful time there. Saved. I will say, like, the window that I had for Schooled from Discord was like so small, but it had Ms. Kiff's chat on it, and it was like a machine gun, man. It was like, and I'm like, that's oh my god, I don't know how you can follow that. Not there, I mean, it's the same over here, don't get me wrong, except there it was like emotes, and here it's like essays. So it's I don't know, take your pick. Brace yourselves. Yeah, we few. We happy few. We band of brothers. For all men who spill blood with me this day are my brother. May they ne'er be so vile, but battle gentle their condition. And all men of England shall count their manhood weak that were not here this Crispin's day. How sick would it have been if there had been a Crispin's Day question in Schooled? Like, that would have been, people would have been like, it's rigged. Yo, Cash App, thanks for the 100 gift subs. Thank you. I appreciate the support, Cash App. Keep up the good work. We're gonna have the baby outfitted in Cash App diapers. Oh, we don't need to mention Wealth Simple, the Canadian Cash App equivalent with zero-fee cash transfers from Canadians to Canadians. You know, that wouldn't be becoming of this right now. We don't need to pit two brands against each other. They occupy slightly different spaces, regionally speaking. They can be friends. There's no reason they have to fight. I'm just looking. I promise you, is not a flex. Oh, thank you again, Cash App. Thank you. But I'm looking at like the Twitch tracker on the left side of the screen, and it's literally just like, it's like at least 50 people are following like every 5 seconds. It's just absurd. For anyone watching this VOD on YouTube wondering what the heck's going on, I was graciously invited by Ms. Kiff to appear on the Twitch streamer trivia / education show Schooled. I was blessed enough to come out with the dub. Mostly, I gotta say, and other people have heard this in advance here, but I do not have 2 PhDs in engineering, like I said on the show, but I do have a bachelor's degree in biology. And a lot of the middle school science questions were biology related, so I felt pretty confident on those. But okay, and if you don't know what you're seeing, don't worry about it too much. You shoot the enemies, you get out of the way. Sometimes you pick things up, chat goes pog, and then you say, okay, now I pog. I will also say, I don't know what it says about my Twitch Chrome, but maybe the raid has come in. The windows beside me have completely frozen. There's perhaps so many people I can't even, nothing's coming through in the chat. The uptime is not updating. I think that it's possible that everything might be broken, but that's okay. I'm going to continue to operate as if everything is going according to plan. It's like every 30 seconds, it's like the runtime turns 30 seconds up instead of counting down as time goes on. But either way, I'm sure it'll chill out in a minute. Thanks for being here. Literally, all I can see is, chat is just empty, followed by Moobot timeouts. That's all I see. It's just... nothing, timeout, 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 nothing, timeout, timeout, timeout. Anyway, thank you. We can now, we can add this one to the annals. And you're gonna wonder what I'm doing. I promise you, there's a method to my madness on that one. I'm trying to think of the biggest streams we've ever had. The first thing I'm going to say is thank you to Ms. Kiff for the opportunity and for being accommodating when I couldn't make last week work and shoving me onto this week. But secondarily, as we head down here, this is the biggest stream we've ever had. Second would be Tony Hawk launch stream right before the birth of my child. Where we got front page promotion and 25,000 viewers, so that was awesome. And then there was when Titanfall was in beta, and many of the people who are in chat right now were probably learning the things in real time that we actually got quizzed on in school today. Titanfall had an open beta, and I streamed it and got 10,000 viewers. And we did play Among Us with Representative or Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and leader of the New Democrat Party of Canada, Jagmeet Singh. That was another good one, but most of the time we're hanging out around maybe 6,000-7,000. So this is I mean, it's a change of pace. There's no doubt about that. Hello, Chiblee. Everyone, 50,000 people say hi to my good friend Chiblee in chat. Chiblee and I have been best friends forever, and he's from New Zealand, and he taught me how to use Twitter so that I could be as cool as he is. He's not on the payroll, but he's really I consider him my Zoomer liaison. So I'm 32 years old. I'm a middle millennial. I can interface with the boomers just fine. That's no problem. They love when I talk about compound interest, and they find it cute when I get the wrong ruler of England and stuff like that. They're like, oh, he's so young and stupid. And I think I do okay with the millennials as well, because I am one. And then the Zoomers sometimes, they just roast me because I don't know how to pronounce Bledi. And then when I pronounce it Bledi, they go, did this guy really pronounce it Bledi? And then they'd never say whether it's right or wrong. So to this day, I still don't know whether they're surprised that I'm saying it correctly, or if they're surprised that I'm saying it wrong, because I should know. It's just Blade. Yeah, everyone was, okay, now it's just Blade. Understand? I understand now. Because everybody was telling me I gotta get drained. Everyone was like, oh, this guy said Blade E, quick, drain him. And I was like, don't drain me, man. I'm capable of draining myself. Don't worry about that. And then, yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked for next week when they showed like who was going to be in the finals. My other Zoomer liaison, Andrea Botez, I was happy to see that she made it. That's the same item. That's the same dang item. So we will have a little Botez reunion. But this, for the first time ever, we're gonna be against each other. What's up with that? I don't know how I'm gonna handle that. That's, if I wasn't the villain before. Like, all these storylines from March are coming to, you know, their Infinity War. Or maybe their Endgame, I don't know. Mark versus Andrea. I will say, I'm not trying to sandbag. I genuinely do. I was saying this if you weren't there at the start of school, or if you were watching somebody else that didn't accidentally leak half the call on open mic. I was saying that when you're a professional streamer and when you've been doing it for a certain length of time, I think you get stupider every year. So I actually think that, you know, there's also maybe, like, let's be honest, like, the older you get, your brain slows down a little bit. It has trouble making those connections that you used to make in your younger days. I feel like the younger streamers who are closer to being in school have the best chance, but maybe that's just me, you know, trying to set low expectations and then, you know, outperform them, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy either. Anyway, take me down to the next floor. That didn't come to pass. I think it would have come to pass, though, if we'd gotten out of, like, the middle school questions. Because I'll be honest with you, dude, I had heard it before. I didn't know who painted the girl with the pearl earring. Now I will never forget. It's Johannes Vormir. But it's Vermeer. But I remember that it's Vormir in my head because that's the planet that they get the Soul Stone from in Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. So now I will never forget who painted the girl with the pearl earring. Johannes Vermeer. Got it. You might say that'll never stick in your memory. People who have been around for a long time, go ahead and ask me who sang Reunited and It Feels So Good. Peaches and Herb. Committed it to memory in a YouTube episode in 2013. It's never left. And what is a white pill in this game? Full white pill equals full health pill. We're dragging things up from the past. I mean, this is, if you're watching on the YouTube side, I apologize, because you got to pretty much see the schooled show to understand what happened. But Jermu was cranking me up, man. I was a little nervous for sure. But he was full of +2s. When he was, I was losing when he was talking about Battleship, man. I was like, what's this guy talking about? He's like, it really did sound like when David Blaine introduces a trick. I thought it was a great bit, if it was a bit. I don't know, but maybe that's the best part, is that you don't know, right? So when he was like, is anybody planning on playing Battleship here? It was like when, you know, somebody in a suit and a top hat walks up to you on the Vegas Strip. Is anybody here planning on playing blackjack later today? Look in your pocket. What? You put a 2x1 submarine in my pocket? How did you do that? Check again. It's got 2 pegs in it. You hit it? Yeah, you get the idea. Okay. Okay. I'm looking. I'm to quote Ben Stiller in Meet the Fockers, I'm a looking and I'm a liking. This is a pretty good opportunity to use this, but I'm gonna just chill out for a second. Are you gonna play him in Battleship? I don't know. Is that first off, I haven't been invited, but secondarily, it kind of seemed like he had a real chip on his shoulder about Battleship. He was like, "Is anybody here planning on playing Battleship?" Like, I feel like it's kind of like if somebody really wants to like play poker with you or something like that, right? Like, I don't want to play poker with somebody who's like they keep a deck of cards in their pocket. It seems like a good way to lose my money. Everyone say bye to Chiblee. Chiblee's leaving. Goodbye, Chiblee. It's a tempting double, but I think we just snag this. Okay, still got an item room. Yeah, go follow Chibli on Twitter. He's got a lot of good takes. Is this the most stream unfriendly game of all time? No, there's games where, like, okay, first off, put some respect on the Binding of Isaac Repentance's name. Every run is a little bit different. So it's almost like, you know how, like, everybody watches those slot streamers now? It's kind of like a slot machine, except instead of losing your life savings, it gives you a career in a couple of situations, at least. But then, on top of that, it maintains its variety forever. Indefinitely, into perpetuity. There was okay, I mean, if you think it's spicy now, there was a period of time where no new content was released for this game for about 4 years, and things got mighty dry. It was like Peter O'Toole wandering through the desert in Lawrence of Arabia, just begging for the location through text of a single drop of water. But then we're only like 2.5 months on from the release of the biggest piece of DLC that this game has ever seen, and it's transformative. It's changed the game. Hey NL, why didn't they let you finish the run to try to get more gift subs? Look, that's a question for Cash App. I'm not mad at all. And if anything, well, can I tell you what would have been nice? Because I think, like, I'm actually, like, a pretty nice guy. My friends might disagree, and my chat might disagree. However, I do need to say that, like, I'm not actually that smart. And I know you're like, that's what a smart person would say. But, like, we only made it to the 8th grade, right? Once we got into those college level questions, or if like more of the middle school questions have been like chemistry or something like that instead of biology, or if they've been a little bit more physics related or something like that, then things could have gone wrong. But I think those college questions were getting a little bit spicy. It would have been nice to do some and get them wrong to lower some expectations for the future. Unfortunately, now instead, I have the optics of some kind of, I'm like an intellectual superstar or something like that, because I only got the Queen Elizabeth one wrong and then the multiplications. I will say, though, I didn't study, but I've been doing a lot of crossword puzzles lately. Mostly because Teamfight Tactics is too complicated and I have no idea what's going on in the game or why I'm losing. So I do crossword puzzles instead because they're easier to understand. Wait, I wonder if this works. Alright, that's interesting. Give it a sec. So I've been doing crossword puzzles, and I think it's been good for like word recognition. Because when they said, what's the biological term for a catalyst that speeds up or controls the speed of the rate of a reaction without being used up itself? In my head, I didn't even have to think. My brain just flipped into crossword mode and was like, I'm pretty sure that's an enzyme. And I think 2 weeks ago, I don't know if I could have given you that answer. It's like I knew it in my head, but the access to the information, the roads have recently been repaved by the free crossword puzzle app that I've been using. I did also get a degree in biology, it's true. Please. I'm gonna be honest, man. I want the HP. I think this run can do it. I think we need the HP more than anything else. I will also say, like, 2 Spirit Hearts though? No, you don't. Come on, you don't know how Tainted Isaac works, man. Not trolling, promise, not trolling. The HP is good. At some point, I think that the secret to this character is you get as many. You get exactly what you need to get to feel confident to win the run, and then you just take HP again and again and again, and that'll you guys are gonna be ashamed of your words and your deeds. But what I was gonna say is like I didn't know everybody that was on the show, but I thought they were all hilarious for one. But Ludwig, I know, I've seen clips of him. He's a smart guy. I watched him give like a truncated history of Ireland. I think it was during his subathon, and I was like, this guy knows what he's doing. Like I don't know that much about Ireland, but it sounds like he's got it under control here. Okay. This is good. I mean, it's diplopioable. You're not wrong. What are we going to get rid of first? HP. Yeah, but is he any good at Battleship? Exactly. We're about to find out, maybe. I don't know. When will TFT videos see the light of day? Dude, I'm telling you, I don't know what any of the characters are. And I don't know why I lose. The tutorial just, my personal opinion, at least, is that the tutorial kind of lies to you. It just goes like, hey, why don't you got a Dawnbringer here. Why don't you buy like 2 more Dawnbringers and put them out there, and then you just freaking wreck shop. And then it goes, okay, play a ranked game, and you're just getting your ass beat by people that are like walking over to you and emoting on you, and like, I didn't even know that items were a thing. I started like picking up blue question marks, and then like throwing knives appear in my inventory, and I'm like, I don't know, I'll just drag them on the, this guy that's holding a barrel up here, and then I told people that, and they were like, you don't put that on a brawler, and I was like, what do you mean? They're like, you put it on DPS. You got to put a giant's belt on a brawler, and I'm like, I don't even know what a giant's belt is. It's just like, it's too much, man. It's not, it's a game that is, it's not meant for a 32-year-old man with a new baby and no background in League of Legends, I think. But, and then like you go to fight some enemies, or some like other players, and they got like a red portal on their side, and the red portal on their side, spits out heroes after the heroes get killed, and you're like, what the hell, man? I just killed you, and then you came back and killed me. Like, what? Anyway, yeah, I was, I picked a bad time to start playing it. Because my 2 auto chess liaisons were in Las Vegas. This is bad. These are not good. I mean, I suppose it's better than literally nothing, but... Chib's latest tweet after you plugged him should be illegal. Is it the photo of Joe Biden falling up the stairs, and then it makes it look like the person made him fall over because he has a remote controlled vibrator in him? It's not that? Okay. Well. My mistake then. I was asking for a friend. We need to investigate the MILF paradox. Wow, how about that? Chib, honestly, that's... and we're pulling back a little too much of the curtain here. I'll be honest. I don't like these items. Buddy in a box. I feel like I have to try really hard to be funny. Sincerely. Like, I think of a joke. It doesn't always take me a long time. But I don't think I'm innately, necessarily naturally funny. I feel like I have to trick people into laughing, because they're like, I don't want to laugh at this, like, smug asshole's joke. Like, then it means, like, he beat me or something like that. But a lot of the people involved in the show today were genuinely just, like, they just had a funny essence coming out of them. The Ronaldo's mic, dude, is cracking me up. I'm gonna be hearing that thing in my dreams. Yeah, Chib would fit on the show perfectly. Anybody else not graduate the 4th grade, or just me? Hey, homeowner. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Much appreciated. Joining the annals of Cash App. Did he really just graduate from high school? Because if so, that's crazy, man. I graduated from high school in 2006. Whoa. Hey, Lords of Ram, thank you as well. That's 1 year before me, or 1 year after me. Oh man, wee-oo, it's an ambulance. There's an oldie here. Wow, ooh, geez, we got an oldie. Hold on. I'm thinking, okay? It's a good diplopia. I agree. I think you got a diplopia the HP. And is HP, by HP I mean flying. Flying and altar are on the same level here. That's fantastic. So that's where you diplopia. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, hear me out for a second. You get rid of your HP. We know we want to fly. That's a gimme. So we take the fly. No problem. We also know that a sloth gave some gift subs. Thank you. Appreciate it. We also know that we want to take sack altar. In my opinion, just give this a second. We take sack altar. We use it to get rid of Lil Spewer. And what the... Oh, I can't take old bandage back now. Now I can take an item for free. The HP won't give us the item for free. So I guess we're taking the Oculus Rift. Feel like that was a decent return on our investment. Then no... Oh, old bandage has returned. We grab the dinner and we place it back down. We're good to go. Yeah. Hey, Banal, thank you as well. Thank you. Why no eye? Are you talking about the eye of the spider? It's poison one bite. But don't forget, I'm an excellent fighter. Dude, people who don't know about Isaac are gonna be so confused. Oh, I took the wrong item. That's okay though. Jeez. I mean, these are both. These both have merit, man. These both have merit. I think I'm an old bandage man though. I think that carries us a little bit more. It's tough though. I mean, we got a great run here. You're probably right. We might be able to drop broken bones, but it is funny, right? Like. When it came time for what to stream after getting like the biggest host of my career, I was like, I got an idea. I need some Isaac videos for YouTube. Let's not only drop people in, like in a game that possibly they've never seen before in their life, but on top of that, what about a character that's you know, they may have never seen before in their life as well, because it just came out a couple of months ago and is also confusing to begin with. I'm just worried. Worried is not the right word. I'm mildly concerned that if I get rid of Broken Bone, I will lose the I'll lose the statistical benefit of the tiers upgrades we got out of Broken Bone. So that's all I'm concerned about right now. I'll try this. It's always High Priestess. Hold on. Temperance. This is important. Now you're like, what the heck? I played 3,000 hours of this game. What are the question mark cards? Here we go again. This is 5 pills. The Temperance card gives you 5 random pills, which is kind of like potentially, like not necessarily great. However, we know now that one of them could be a full health pill. So if we go up against this boss that you've never seen before in your entire life, you may also get a full health pill. Why not? That could save you if things get terrible. How about that? This is a very good get right here. Very good room. Information overload. That's right. I think. Well, yeah, I do have to keep my fool card on the next floor, but everything else should be good. Eddie room? Nah. Eddie room. I leave. I've lost confidence. I leave. Okay. The thing is, okay? The thing is, at some point, Isaac is about recognizing when enough is enough. I think at some point you just got to acknowledge, I'm ready to go. I got good stats. Should be semi-realistic to beat the final boss here. So all we got to do is not screw up along the way. You want to minimize the information overload. Don't want to concern yourself too much over, you know, whether you parted 6 hairs to the left when they look better going to the right. At some point, you just got to go. You got to put the tux on and go to prom, you know? Luckily, neither the hair nor the prom anecdote ring too true for me, but anyway. Bongo Jam, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Wait, he's bald? You know, it'd be a cool... I only feel comfortable saying this because I'm never going to do it. Otherwise, it would be an awesome joke. But what if I showed up to stream wearing a bald cap and then acted like I had, like, something very sensitive to reveal, and then the reveal was me taking off the bald cap and revealing I'm bald? Many people say things like, you should do a stream in a wig sometime. It'll freak people out. Let's take it the other way. Let's do a bald stream, man. Hey, Tickle Me Trotsky, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Let's see if we lose the tiers upgrades, because if we don't, Spider's pretty good. There you go. Okay, Mom's Wig, also known as Spider. And now I'm like, you know what I gotta do? I gotta grow out like a Hulk Hogan style skullet so that I actually have what little hair I can grow. Then show up in a bald cap, then rip the bald cap off and be like, I actually have hair. That would get the people going. They'd be like, what? I gotta think. I mean, PhD seems like a get. I don't know if it works with the question mark card, but or the temperance card, I should say. Thought this guy's supposed to be bald. Well, it would have missed, dude. What? Oh, we don't have the money. There we go. That's very good. I can't do that though. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All of these items are contributing like a very similar amount of hops right now. It's tough to figure out what to get rid of. Especially, does luck allow our old bandage to pay out more often, or am I laboring under a false pretense? We don't know. Okay, that's fine. I'm comfortable with the lack of information there. It's, you know, there's a lot of edge cases in this game. This is a pretty good run. It's a pretty good synergy. You have to admire the ambition of an Isaac-related essay being posted in the chat right now. Come on, man. It's tough enough to read it at the best of times. This is, you gotta acknowledge the speed at which these lines are flying by here. Doesn't matter what we take. Yeah, the only thing I'll read is, this is from my favorite movie, X3, The Last Stand. This is Kelsey Grammer in a deleted scene as Beast. We few. We happy few. We band of brothers. For all men who spill blood this day are, my brother. May they ne'er be so vile, but battle gentle their condition. And all men of England shall count their manhood weak they were not here on Crispin's day. That's Henry V by Shakespeare, as quoted by Kelsey Grammer wearing blue makeup. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we're good. Kelsey Grammer of Frasier fame? That's correct. I don't know why when you said it, I heard it in the cadence of the Frasier theme song. Oh baby, I hear your quote, attribute Kelsey Grammer of Frasier fame. Ha! It just sounded like it hit the same beats. I always, dude, I mean, come on. Is somebody gonna say it? Are you gonna make me say it? And I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Hey, Frasier? You ever consider, I don't know, eating them? Just a thought. But I don't live in a big Seattle penthouse, 3,000 square feet, right next to the Space Needle. So what do I know, okay? The meat kind or the salad kind? Don't make me laugh. It makes me laugh every time, man. Don't make me laugh. We should check, at least. I take the Spirit Hearts. And you know what? I am going to get rid of Old Bandage. You got your way there. What time does school start? Anybody know? Oh, no. Oh, no. This is like when you show up, you think that your midterm is like June the 6th. You show up for class on June the 6th and they pass back the midterm and you're like, Monka, I believe is the parlance. Monka. What are these rooms? Oh, don't worry about this, man. It's a whole thing. That literally happened to me. I've been blessed, I guess. Like, I mean, well, let's not call it blessed, I guess. But the way that my brand of anxiety works is that, like, and it even happened today for schools, right? I always assume that I'm gonna be insanely late for things, even if I know in my head that I'm early. So even, like, I would always be like, oh, I bet I missed the midterm. And then I would check the syllabus and be like, I definitely didn't miss the midterm. But I would be like, what if, like, that one class that I was sick for, the professor was just like, hey, by the way, we're gonna make the midterm, like, tomorrow. So I'm like, oh, I gotta check. And, be, you know, you get, like, you just start playing through, like, all this ridiculous stuff in your head, right? Like, even for school today, it started at 2 p.m. Central Time. I live in Pacific Time. I know that Eastern Time, unfortunately, there, I know that Eastern Time is 3 hours ahead of Pacific. And Central, therefore, must be 2. And I found myself at, like, 9 a.m. I was like, oh, am I late? Is the Central Time Zone actually located, like, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean? Maybe I missed it. It's, like, on, what's the word? The Canary Islands? There we go. Near the Strait of Gibraltar, nonetheless. I'm paranoid about timing, for sure. Cannery Row in the original New English. Did you get Connor's redemption question correct? I did know that King George III was the King of England when the American Revolution happened, but it's only, like, it's because of Hamilton. It's not because of, you know, any kind of knowledge of, you know, European royalty. Like, European royals is a very weak part of my knowledge, for sure. Queen Elizabeth I looks like Tilda Swinton. And she was around the same time as Shakespeare. And then, like, King Henry VIII had a bunch of wives. And then, I don't know, Queen Elizabeth II. I know, and then the guy from The King's Speech as well. I gotta say, when they said who was considered the last pharaoh of Egypt, I was definitely like, well, it's gotta be, if this is like 5th grade, it's gotta be Tutankhamun or Cleopatra. And then I thought about it in my head, and I was like, it must be Cleopatra because, you know, the Romans captured Egypt and made it a colony, like, after she died. But I was like, it could be. When they were like, if you know one pharaoh, it's this one for sure. I was like, I don't know. I think King Tut is, like, the most famous pharaoh. Cleopatra, maybe a very close second, don't get me wrong. Ramses? I was, dude, can I tell you, you know, I'm too into the Jeopardy mindset, right? Where all the questions have like a high level, for sure. But when they said, who was considered the last pharaoh of Egypt, I was like, dude, what the first thought in my head is like, it's gotta be a Ptolemy. It's gotta be like maybe frickin' Ptolemy the 12th or something like that. And then I was like, you can't be that guy. Who they're like, who's the last pharaoh of England or of Egypt? And you're like, Ptolemy the 12th, and they're like, nah, actually it was Cleopatra. Who would have thought? Cleopatra was a Ptolemy. Yeah, but you know, I'm talking about Anthony Hopkins from Alexander from 2004, starring, you know, the guy, Colin Farrell, Angelina Jolie, Rosario Dawson's directed by, I think it's directed by Oliver Stone, which is kind of surprising, let's say. It is? That's madness. That's madness, man. What was he thinking? What year? 2004, dude, come on. What do you think? This is my first rodeo? We were actually gonna, I've told this story before. We were gonna go see it in my 11th grade ancient cultures class, or ancient history class. And then when it came out, my teacher was like, yeah, I looked at the reviews and apparently it's like one of the worst movies ever made. So we're actually not gonna see that. And instead, her brother was teaching ESL in China and he mailed us a pirated DVD of the movie Troy before it came out on home video in North America. And then when we put it in the DVD player, it booted up and it said Tory, which was hilarious to me at the time, and to be honest, is still quite, it elicits a chuckle out of me. But the movie itself was, the footage was fine. It was otherwise unaffected. Nothing. That's the British version. I thought it was weird when Paris was played by... There's a joke in there. Paris, England, Boris Johnson, something, something, Brexit. Welcome, welcome Raiders, welcome. Okay, here we go. I'm ready. Give it a try here. We're holding Temperance. Because it could very easily give us a full health upgrade. Or a full health pill. F. So for now, we're gonna hold it, and we're only gonna, it's like a fire extinguisher. We're gonna break the glass in case of emergency. We hate that. That's a low roll for us. Any further thoughts on Norbit? The only other thought I have on Norbit is that I laughed. I went to use Wikipedia on my phone to look something up the other day, and I had to navigate off of the Norbit page because it was the last page I went to on Wikipedia was Norbit, and I was like, man, oh, that's rare. I haven't used Wikipedia for like 4 days. I'm always out there. Like sometimes I'll just, in my head, I'll be like, what the hell is Baden? And I just type it into Wikipedia, and I just... Then you see me with bags under my eyes on the stream the next day, and I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know. I started looking up, like, I've always wanted to know what the hell, like, you know, aspic was. And then it turns out, did you know in the 1950s they used to make, like, salads and then encase them in Jello molds? And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, yeah, I started reading a book on, you know, the culture of 1950s cuisine. And then you're like... show up on stream, people are like, you know, what are your thoughts on Norbit? And I'm like, please don't debase me. I'm more than capable of doing that myself. Why is no one talking about how fricked this is? This is just normal now. This is, I mean, for anybody only maybe passively familiar with this game, in order to unlock everything, it's like hitting level 99 agility in RuneScape. You have to have no life. It takes at minimum mid-hundreds of hours, but more probably like 1,000 plus hours to unlock everything. Like, I play this game too much every day, and we still got a lot of stuff going on that has to be unlocked. It's pretty tough. So, like, this is just... What you're seeing is the result of a man who's wasted his 20s completely. 30s are still in play, but we'll see. I am excited, yeah. My favorite Netflix show, I Think You Should Leave, getting a second season coming out early July. You know, for media, it's been a little bit of a slow year, depending on who you ask and what you're into. All right, you gotta move out of the way of those ones. But June is getting hot, man. I got a lot of stuff coming up in June that's gonna be a lot of fun. But then also Mario Golf. Then right after Mario Golf, I Think You Should Leave season 2. Oh baby. I did watch episode 1 of Loki too. I look forward to watching that every week. Great. How good is the set design on Loki, man? Like, I know it's Marvel, so you're supposed to have like a certain degree of cynicism, but the set design on and I'm not even like a set guy. The set design on episode 1 of Loki was like, I mean, it was like they made Control in real life. It was very cool. Focus? Oh, you can't dodge these, like, you know, this comes down to your speed stat, I think, more than anything else. It's me versus the numbers, man. You don't use the card yet, because if you get full health, you pop the card when you're at 0, not when you're at, like, you know, 20%. Excuse me, one of us is going to have to change. Well, okay, you don't pop at 0, you pop at 1, but you get the idea. I've been known to pop at 0 from time to time. I wouldn't recommend it. Hey, wait, what are you doing? My oculars! Get out of here. Making it through this phase would have me feeling a lot better. Everything gets a little easier now. How much MCU stuff do I need to know to understand Loki? Honestly, like, I think it's one of the shows you kind of need to know a lot, or you would benefit from knowing a lot. Even episode 1 draws on a lot of stuff from, like, earlier, particularly like phase 1 stuff, which is kind of wild, but all right. Yeah, if your run is better, like, honestly, you don't see all the attacks. But because we're limited to 8 items, I mean, we got like 8 pretty saucy items here, but we're gonna end up seeing everything, I think. Anyway, I'm excited, man. It's a lot of good stuff. I will say I've been grocery shopping a little bit more lately. I've been cooking a lot more because we got rid of HelloFresh. Last night I made a beautiful panko crusted garlic parmesan salmon in the air fryer with a side of mashed potatoes with fresh parsley. Delicious, right? And the thing that bothers me about HelloFresh is that meal was fantastic. It took the same amount of time as making something from HelloFresh that was worse. It cost less and I had a lot of fun. It made way less dishes. That being said, when I went to the grocery store the other day, there was a dude walking, and I apologize because I talked about this in an Isaac episode coming out later this week. There was a dude walking, and I thought he was fiddling with his mask to put it on, and then I realized that's not what's happening at all. This guy is actually walking and flossing at the same time, just on a busy sidewalk, just freaking shooting his little tooth detritus out there into the biosphere, and I was like, we've returned to normal. I guess we're officially back to normal, and I can now be more mad that people are again letting their weirdness be out there on full display. All right, no big deal. Glitched crown / marker. End of repentance 1. We can